Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night slash Tuesday morning, Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. And we hit a new all-time high on Bitcoin, over 126,000. Let's go to the charts. And here we are on the Bitcoin day chart. Maybe look at the hour chart. That happened 6 or 7 hours ago, I think. And no, earlier than that. Or uh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 6 hours ago. A new all-time high of 126,248. A little dip since then down to 124.9. Not unusual. So good news for Bitcoin hodlers. And obviously the day chart has taken that into consideration, and a new green candle is forming as well. So Bitcoin looking good. Let's look at, oh, I thought I had Ethereum up. Let's bring up Ethereum. And I think it was over 4,500 last I saw, which is a little less exciting because it's been in the high 4,000s off and on through the last couple months, and it's not really loading very quickly. All right, we'll get back to this. Let's go over to X, or formerly known as Twitter, and a few comments from Kyle Chasse, who I've quoted before. Bitcoin new all-time highs this week, but the move looks far from over. Historically, once all-time highs fall, price discovery kicks in, and that's when the biggest moves unfold. So Kyle thinks we're just getting started on the Bitcoin pump. And then there's one more I want to look at. The rally looks more sustainable as miners slow sales and institution rebuild positions. Buyers back in control of CME interest surges. So that's the commodities exchange. Yeah, so good stuff there. And my Ethereum is taking a while to load. 46.88 at the moment. It got up to 47.40 a little while ago. So Ethereum doing pretty well. Let's go to the hour chart. Yeah, that little dip. So we'll see if we can break the all-time high for Ethereum, which I think is around 4,800. The week and the month charts. Yeah, 49, just below 5,000 for Ethereum. So very interesting to see if we can break that 5,000, get all-time highs for Ethereum as well. All right. Well, it's October. It seems to be living up to its name. The markets are pumping. Pretty good for me. Unfortunately, I do have one short position that's taking a beating, but that happens sometimes. And before I move on, anybody want to comment or question about the markets overall? Looks like a few more people have joined me. Hello to Robin and Jim. And Paul was here already. Hello. Hello. All right, we'll go over to, let's see, what do I have up? Coin Market Cap, which is one of the free sources I've been using lately. I found a sentiment section, which is sort of similar to Altcoin Alert. It tells what people, at least in this community, are voting on, positive and negative. You can use that information and match it up with actual trading data and then follow that for your coins throughout the day. There's a lot here on the bullish top 10. Arrow, HBAR, AVAX, Link, Algo, Tron, Sui. These are all coins I trade and like to follow. Let's look at Arrow. Gee, it's on Coinbase, I believe. All right, so I'm on the Coinbase 15-minute chart. Supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo is a free indicator I use for support resistance, the red zone resistance, green zone support. And then I use the RTI relative trend index for entries and alerts. And my favorite are these situations here where it takes a dip below the 20 on the RTI and then breaks up. So you can see when that happens. The last time it happened, we got a 5, almost 6% move. It's a great day trade. That happened actually more recently yesterday afternoon, right about here, and about 4% move. So these are really good day trade moves. I trade on a foreign exchange called Bybit, and I use uh, Carbon to help manage my trades. I'm hoping that source is available to everybody in the not too distant future. It is coming along. I'm in the beta testing group, and then what I like about it is it already has the setup I've done already has my ladder buying in place. So actually, I can show you an example. My CRV short trade, it's taken 4 positions and it's still active, so it hasn't liquidated yet. But I'm down quite a bit, 87%. So I'm divided by the leverage of 10x. I'm down 8.7% on the chart, but it's still hanging in there. So if the market takes a big dip, which often happens during bull runs, this position could get resolved. But I can't really recommend taking multiple positions on a short in a bull run. So do as I say, not as I do, I guess. Anyway, back to Arrow. Let's look at this as a potential day trade. It's closer to the red zone than the green zone right now, and we're just above the 80 on the RTI, so it's not good now. We can set an alert and catch this later today if it takes a dip. I'm going to do that now. Right click on the RTI, select add an alert, and crossing up will be my trigger. Choose the 20 value, once per bar close, open-ended, or you can set an expiration. Message. Once you type in something, TradingView will remember the name. CoinMarketCap sentiment is my information source, and that's what I use for my alert names. Notifications. Notify the app on my smartphone. Show toast notification, pop up on my laptop. Play sound also on my laptop. There's a few to choose from. I like 3 notes reverb for my day trades. Click create, and I'll get a darker dotted line down here at the 20. So I can also go over here to my alerts. It'll show that I've set a new alert on Arrow. Okay, so that's my alert on the day trade layout. Let's look at the swing trade. I'll hit the hour over here, and I'm still using supply and demand visible range for my support and resistance, just on a different time frame. And then the SuperTrend buy and sell indicator for signals, and Trendilo LSMA, this moving average indicator for confirmation. And at the moment, the indicators are on board for a new move, but we're right at the resistance area. It's been swatted down twice here. And actually a third time that looks like it wants to come back. I don't like taking swing trades up here in the red zone on the 1 hour chart. So I'm going to look at some other time frames. Go to the 4 hour chart, and there's more resistance history. And up here, 13% in 18 days. So. I like 1% a day on my swing trades. Usually looking for 10 to 15% in a few days to a couple weeks at the most. That's me. I'm impatient. If you want to stay in longer for a bigger move, that's your prerogative. All right. So that's the 4 hour chart. 8 hour chart. About the same day chart.
On the Trendilo, can you set an indicator on the color change?
I tried to do that when I first came across it. Um, I wasn't able to make it work, but I didn't try that hard. So,
I couldn't figure it out.
all right, I'm
I
a
just
little
thought you might
vindicated.
know.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have specific
Color change. All
color
right.
change value.
Never mind.
No, that's a good question. Some indicators are more alert friendly than others. That's why you'll hear me emphasize if something is alert friendly. Some you just can't use alerts on, which is kind of annoying, but can't really be too critical of indicator creators who do it for free and don't exactly do it the way you want. So anyway, but the SuperTrend is indicator friendly. Add an alert. You can do direction change, buy or sell, buy for long, sell for short. So I could set a buy alert here, click create, and be good to go. But that setup isn't quite what I like. So I think I'm going to pass on Arrow as a swing trade, but I'll follow it as a day trade. Okay, so let's look at H bar. It's the next one on the list. Here. All right, and so we're right at the 80 again, similar to Arrow. And then the last time we broke below 20 and came back was here yesterday morning for me. Little dip, then move up to 7%. That's a great day trade if you stay in that long. Add an alert, crossing up 20 once per bar close. Caption. And good to go. So when the alert goes off, don't just blindly take it. Look at your chart and match it up with Bitcoin, see if Bitcoin's moving too, and then make your decision. Okay, so that's H bar as a day trade. Over to the hour chart. And the indicators are on board, but again, we're at the red zone on the hour chart, which we're probably going to see on most of these coins. But on the 4 hour, we've got some room to retrace. 6% in 16 days, 8%, just under 10%. Don't like it. 8 hour. See something similar to the red zone here. 17%, but 53 days, way too long. And Day trade, the day chart, probably the same. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not liking H bar as a swing, but has potential as a day trade if it dips down to 20. All right, let's look at one more, AVAX. And AVAX is dipping now. It's at the 30 level, but no evidence of a recovery yet, but could be a good long to set an alert on. I think this one might even go off during this Zoom call. Add an alert on the RTI crossing up the 20. Oops. Huh. The error message on my, I wonder if I have too many. Hmm. Sometimes you got to go and delete some old alerts. So prefer to do this with older, much older ones, but this is valuable to show you guys. So I'm selecting a bunch to delete. If you go long enough setting 3 or 4 alerts a day, you'll eventually accumulate um, a few thousand, and then TradingView will say, hey, you need to get rid of some of these. And I also have some auto trading I do. You can see that on here. Huh. So much for that instruction. It's not doing what I want it to do. Delete. All right. Well, I may have to tinker with this more off screen. I think my arrow alert worked, but my prior alert did not. I'd rather take the AVAX alert, so I might turn this one off and take the AVAX alert. Okay, it's just not functioning. Try one more time to go back to AVAX and then set that alert. I might just have to tell you I'm setting alerts, or I see some coins as alert worthy. You can do it on your end, and I'll have to figure out something else. It's a little disappointing. Yeah, alert's failing. I don't know why. All right, well, I guess that's deal with that later. All right, on AVAX, go to the hour chart. The buy is still in play, as is the Trendilo, but candles are trending down. That's oh, 12 to 14% in 13 days. That's more like it. I wonder if this alert will work. SuperTrend, go with the buy signal. Only once. Choose a different sound, see if that works. It's not showing up on my list. Okay. Well, let's move on. So I like AVAX as a potential swing on the 4-hour chart, catch that 12% on a retrace. All right, so that's about all I wanted to look at on this one. Let's go to CoinGecko. And we can sort the time frames to get the coins that are moving. So 24 hours is what I usually sort to determine what I'm going to follow that day. And you'll see some overlap with these information sources. I've got link here, Arbitrum, Dot, each bar we looked at, Polygon, Doge. So a few to look at. I'll go to link first. I'm not going to try to set any more alerts. Guys, watch me fumble around without enough. But I will let you know if I think these are alert worthy and what to look for. And Link had a big dip and then a recovery. That happened yesterday afternoon. And then it made a move, 6%, 12 hours. It's a really good day trade. So currently above the 80, might want to wait for another dip below the 20 or the 50. So I think that would be worthwhile. And then again, we've seen this on all the swing charts we've looked at in the red zone or near it. So if we go to the 4-hour, got a little more retrace room. The buy signal is triggered. The Trendilo is just turned up. And retrace 5%, 17 days, 8%, 23 days. It's not that great. 8-hour chart. And 14% in 45 days. Not really liking any of this. 14%, 45 days again. So not loving this as a swing, but like the day trade setup, potentially. Let's look for that dip below 20. All right, let's see what else on CoinGecko. This Plasma XPL. Never heard of that one. It's on Kraken. And then a bunch of foreign exchanges. MEXC. Let's look at Kraken. Made a nice move after a dip below the 20. 18%, 11% to the red zone, double digits on a day trade. That's really good. And then you might want to just catch the next dip below 20. The prior dips below 20 did really well. Though some took a while to get going, like this one over here last weekend. Broke up here and did some zigzagging. Here's about almost 4%. And then, yeah, 8%. So this one looks pretty good as a day trade, as a swing. Okay, it's got some real retrace potential on the 1 hour chart. Buy signals in play. Trendilo is curved up. Green candle action bouncing off the green zone. So this looks really good now. And retrace to the red zone, 28% in 7 days. That's what I'm looking for on the swing trade. So I like this as both a day and a swing trade. Okay, Frank's asking for SQD. All right, let's check that one out. We'll stay here on the swing trade. Sub Squid on Coinbase. So the buy signal's in play on the 1 hour chart, but we don't have the Trendilo yet. If you're impatient, want to get in now, it's 36% in 5 days. That's an amazing swing trade. So that's got potential. Day trade seems a little anticlimactic at this point. But it's below the 20 now on the RTI. So you might want to set an alert to catch the break above. And well, the last one didn't do much, though. We had this break above here on Monday. On this candle. Maybe it's this one. So we got like a 5% move, which would have gotten me out. But if you're looking for a bigger move, like up to the red zone, you'd still be in that trade. So this is a rare coin that I like better as a swing than a day trade. Thanks to Frank for that suggestion. Feel free to make other suggestions, either, say so verbally or put a message in the chat. Let's go back to CoinGecko and we'll do one more. Arbitrum. Is that on my list? Yes. Okay, Arbitrum's above the 80 on the RTI, so a little late for that. Last time it broke above, did pretty well. Right about here. Dipped a little, then 7% to the red zone. It's a good, really good day trade. So if you catch the next move down to 20, it's gonna be around 43, 44 cents. Ride that up to 46 and a half cents. That would be a really good day trade. On the hour chart for a swing. Yeah, in the red zone now. Don't like that. 4 hour. Okay, better retrace potential here. All the signals are in play. And we're looking at 20%, 23 days. Not bad. I like the one before this better, but yeah, that's a doable swing trade situation with Arbitrum. What if we just did the red zone right here, 16%, 18 days. Yeah, about the same. So looks pretty good, but not great as a swing trade. And that's about all I have. I went through two free information sources. Crypto Bubbles is another one I've been using, but I focused on that one the last couple Zoom calls. So I thought I'd leave that one out today. But Well, we'll look at it real quick. Let's look at one coin. So I've got the day selected, 1 through 100. And Frank and I were talking last week. You can set up, coins to watch and and watch lists and things like that. So you can sort these based on volume or percentage. I usually do the percentage of the day and MYX finance. Not sure what that is. Pancake swap, 11%. That's unusual. Stacks, STX. I used to day trade that one a lot. Let's look at that one. All right, so that made a big move and dipping a little bit, but we're well above the 80. So the last time it dipped to the 20, broke back up, was about here, went sideways for a while, then boom, 9% in a little over a day. It's a good day plus trade. So yeah, I like this. If it dips back below the 20, set your alert on the RTI. On the swing trade option, yeah, we're too late now on the 1 hour, so the 4 hour. Everything's a go on this on the indicators. 5% in 18 days, 6% 23. Don't like that. I think we're gonna get some long retraces here. 20%, 54 days. Yeah, we've looked at better than this on other coins. So pretty good potential as a day trade, not so much as a swing trade. All right. Any other coins to look at? Very well. I'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for joining me live. If you're watching on the recording, I'd rather see you live, but please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help fund the channel. And I should be back on Thursday night / Friday morning. See you then. Bye.
Thank you much. Good night.
Thank you.